Hello cyclists, this is Rick. Today is Friday, March 22nd, 2024. Started a bike ride at 15 minutes after 12. I'm riding my Cervella Caledonia bike today. I don't know if you saw it, but spots and places in the street are wet in the curb. I didn't ride outside yesterday. It rained till mid-afternoon at least, and then during a little bit after midnight a real heavy rainstorm came through. But the streets are starting to dry off. I waited a little bit for the streets to dry and then also the temperature to warm up, and I was watching bike races, and so for the late start, later than I prefer. Today's route, continuing the south and east rides for this week. I'm going to go south through Atascocita, through Walden, across Lake Houston, south on Fair Lake Lane, over to Atascocita Road to FM 2100, and on FM 2100 I'm going to go all the way to Stroker Road. It's been a long time since I've taken FM 2100 south to Stroker Road, and then I'll go north on FM 2100 to FM 1960 and then back across Lake Houston. Weather today, 71 degrees, humidity is like 74%, dew point 64 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. Riding north on Woodland Hills Drive on the Strava segment, KPHS segment. Not so much for speed, but for local legend count. The other side of these trees that are in the median segment ends, and then I'll make a U-turn. And then ride back to Chenier Lane. See some water from last night's rain. 3.2 miles and 32 minutes after 12. To my right is Kingwood Park High School, where the Strava segment gets its name, KPHS. Riding southeast on Cedar Knolls Drive in Kings Forest, making my way to West Lake Houston Parkway. .3 miles and 52 minutes after 12. Nice sunshine. Wednesday's ride was overcast. I'm going to turn right onto Woods Estates Drive. I'll stay on Woods Estates Drive till I get to Valley Manor Drive, where I'll turn left. Crossing over Farmingham Road into Walden. I'll loop through Walden, cross back over Farmingham Road, making my way back to FM 1960 that I've already crossed. Getting to this point, I'm going to turn left on Cross Country Drive at the stop sign. .5 miles, 28 minutes after 1. Sky is clearing out. There's just a few puffs of cloud. Riding south on FM 2100, approaching Spanish Cove Drive. A lot of times I'll make a U-turn at Spanish Cove, but today I'm continuing south on FM 2100. Next traffic light will be Indian Shores Road. 22.7 miles so far. 57 minutes after 1. Overall average speeds 13.6 miles an hour. Wind is from my right rear quarter to side. On the return, after I make the U-turn at Stroker Road, that wind's going to be more of a headwind to crosswind. Approaching Indian Shores Road. I'm going to cross through this intersection. Stroker Road is the next traffic light in the distance. Some wildflowers there in the ditch. Stroker Road, next signal. 24.5 miles at this point. Time's 3 minutes after 2. If I were to go continue on FM 2100, it would take me to Crosby, Texas. Not going there today though. Made the U-turn at Stroker Road. I'm riding north on FM 2100. This traffic light's Indian Shores Road. As expected, got a strong headwind. .0 miles. Time is 6 minutes after 2. Next traffic light is Spanish Cove Drive. Approaching Spanish Cove Drive, headed north. Road bends a little bit to the right. Maybe that'll change the angle of the headwind just enough to make it a little easier to pedal. Also, some trees over on the left may break up the wind some too. 26.7 miles, 14 minutes after 2. Overall average speeds 13.7 miles an hour. Riding times 1 hour 57 minutes and 10 seconds. Next cross street's going to be Old Atascocita Road. Yeah, bending a little bit. The road turning a little bit to the right has taken me where I'm not as straight into the wind as I was. Riding west on FM 1960 on my way to East Lake Houston Parkway, and then continuing west over Lake Houston to Atascocita Shores Drive, where I'll turn right. .2 miles, 26 minutes after 2. The trees and the buildings on my right are blocking some of the wind. When I get out over Lake Houston, I'm going to be unprotected from the wind.